Hello and welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. This is our WILDSEA campaign, Sailors of the Verdant Sea. We are Alex, Jeff, Derek, Maitre, and Kipser, your Firefly for the evening. And we were spending our pregame not getting ready, but in fact talking about, one, how much Maitre absolutely loves tea, especially chai tea, and two, how old gamer Derek and Jeff are with their StarCraft race selection. Here's where I admit I've watched a little bit of StarCraft, but if you have me talk about it, it's going to be embarrassing for me. Yeah.
Kind of opted into it. Shooter. I don't think any of us were forcing that on you.
Yeah, man.
Well, we can go back to shooters. The shooter that I enjoy.
Quake 2? It's about Quake 2.
No. Resi. I'm Resi. I like the Resident Evil games.
What was your gun, Maitre? What was your were you which one did you like? Were you like a railgun person?
Oh, I was definitely a railgun because I was all about just like spray and pray. I was all about spray and pray. Like
you're talking about rocket jump. Did you do rocket jumps? Oh man,
I don't think
that was
I
one of the most fun things to do in Quake 2.
No, I don't.
Then you miss it, you kill yourself, you look like a dumbass. It's great.
Remember, actually, something quite similar, which is skiing in tribes. Do you remember skiing in tribes?
I remember skiing in tribes. Yeah, I do.
In
Absolutely.
Tribes is very
Tribes was such a cool game.
It was much fun. And it was exactly like rocket jumping in Quake. Now I'm thinking about it.
You just screw it up, you just look like a dumbass. I love it.
No, to be fair, I did do like old school BattleNet for my old school like childhood games, but I was doing like the first World of Warcraft where you and your friends would all have like PCs that were chunkily connected together and trying to like send little armies against each other. Not WoW. Yes. World of Warcraft.
No. Yeah, Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness probably.
And anything where aiming becomes less of an issue is
jobs. Oh my god, that took me back.
Building ships.
You just had that ready.
I played that recently for a nostalgia trip.
That would do it.
It's really wild.
Mm-hmm. And other old school games that we used to play. My brother got so obsessed with the First Civilization that he didn't sleep on school nights and got himself banned from video games for like ever.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Mom wasn't happy that night.
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, Derek, if you want something a bit like that experience, try Crusader Kings 3.
I'll look it up when we're offline tonight. There's
also Europa Universalis, which is kind of like
that's true. Yeah,
that too.
Pretty much, you can just look up the Spiffing Brit YouTube channel where he breaks all those games. Oh, you've watched him already.
He's a classic.
Yeah, he's a classic.
It's like a Paradox games, Paradox interactive games.
Paradox.
They're all those deep strategy games.
Yeah, there's a few like really good strategy YouTubers that just break those games. It's great.
Potato McWhiskey, yeah.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, that's true. I've watched a lot of him. And then there's the ones that are bad at it, which is just equally as funny to me. All right, are you guys ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Yes.
The sailors departed from three masks with the sound of the churning maw of their ship beneath them, and the active sound of life around them while stars shone overhead. With the help of Carshot pointing out the local routes that the scissor took, and following the density of the paper, the crew in the sea, the crew believed that they were making good headway towards finding the lost ship. Unfortunately, this success was followed by a chain of bad luck. While looking for resources while sailing, Apotheosis leaned down to grab some books, using the anchor as a counterweight, and instead found himself overboard as the anchor, while the anchor itself fell into the tangle deep down. Killhook acting quickly to was able to pull Apotheosis back, but and save him with only a minimal amount of Krezerin exposure, but not before they both took a deep look into the dark abyss under the Thrashin Tangle, causing them to experience some mire. Flippyn also had gotten some spine apples from a passing iron root, and for the first time in this campaign, use a creation mechanic to make some tea to help morale on the ship, boosting their sort of mental fortitude. While recovering and starting to pull the anchor back up, Killhook realized that the distant howling he had heard earlier was a lot closer and realized a pack of pinwolves. I know I keep saying pine wolves, I'm sorry. Pinwolves were coming in to try to ambush them. Quickly working together, the crew engaged the pinwolves with massive hammers, spore slingers, and the vomit winch claw. After chasing off the pinwolves, Killhook got a present of one unconscious pinwolf and enjoyed butchering it to acquire, after going through the shopping list of options, resources for himself, a pristine, flexible tongue, and a pinwolf hide. Thinking they were now in the clear, they decided to try to roll the dice again. Unfortunately, the dice didn't like them when we were last playing, and Issa looked at the stars and the sea to navigate her way back to searching for the scissor. As mentioned, the winds of change unfortunately turned and, or continued along the same path, actually, considering Derek's rolls. The sound of drums kind of faintly could be heard, like dun 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 dun. Just peeking over the horizon was a red sail, now recognizable as a Jackalbone Marauder, which the crew had had an encounter with at the very first session. So let's spend a moment quickly here to continue to build out our WILDSEA world. My question for my players today is, do you think your characters enjoy pre-Verdant history or stories from that era? Maybe artifacts, even. Or do they have no opinion at all? Jeff's an easy pull. Jeff, do you know if Killhook cares?
I think he's a kind of a pulpy guy. Like if he were alive in the 20th century or so, like he would definitely be about those like early 20th century kind of pulpy novels.
Pulp
I think that's what he'd be
fictions,
about. Yeah. Especially anything that had to do with like hunters and explorers and stuff like that. I think that would
there
be
was
his
so
jam.
much. You must love Hemingway.
The most dangerous game.
Yeah. I think Hemingway is too down to earth. I think he wants the like more like a Jules Verne maybe or something like that, or even like the pulpy stuff of like Edgar Rice Burroughs or whatever, like things like that that are just larger than life, you know, those types of things. He probably pulled from. He would definitely have read like sort of dime store mags or like pulp comics. I think that would have been his jam. He's not literary inclined.
Fair enough. All right. This is helpful to me. Let's say Derek.
Yeah, Apotheosis absolutely loves pre-Verdant culture because that's what he destroys as a destroyer.
That's true.
So he really takes pleasure in just breaking stuff and destroying stuff. If there happens to be something useful that he can make into a weapon, he can appreciate that too. So it's not all destruction in a way.
And I mean, considering one of your kind of goals is to make a rocket hammer, the pre-Verdant stuff probably you've had or hit something that would then have had like maybe some stale gasoline in it that had turned to sludge and just like a spark or something, and you had an actual explosion. Okay, because I know gas doesn't last that long, but you know, this is a game.
Or just a nice solid cube of tungsten that's incredibly heavy.
Oh, true. But you hit something old and had a good time while also recovering and trying to get soot out of your sort of wooden front for a little while. All right, Alex, Do you think Flippyn likes pre-Verdant stories, history, or any sort of artifacts?
Well, I think he would like, man, he would like really trashy reality TV shows.
God, you're all about the gossip. Okay, so you love finding like old Love Is Blind episodes and
like People magazine. Like 17.
People's magazine. That's a good
People
one.
magazine.
Those types of things.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I'm like trying to think of like stuff that my sister liked to read when she was a teenager, but it's just like coming out on blank.
Hope your sister never sees this.
People magazine's sexiest cacti.
Yeah. Well, there was Sweet 16 or something was a magazine, wasn't there?
I think it was 17. Not that I know 17. A lot about this.
There was 17.
I didn't have two older sisters constantly reading this shit. Or whatever.
Yeah, sounds like Jeff got the name right.
I got to take a lot of quizzes. It was pretty cool. I learned a lot about myself, about my interests.
When you have two older sisters,
what kind of man I'm looking for.
Very good. All right. And Maitre, did you have any idea if Issa would enjoy history, stories, artifacts from the pre-Verdant? I know we've talked about her liking some like tree shanties and collecting those a little bit.
Oh, for sure. She loves pre-Verdant history. Specifically, she likes the sky. Pre-Verdant sky, because she is convinced that the constellations and the stories told by the sky were different back then. And the stories that are told now are different. And she doesn't listen to words. She listens to gravity, and she's pretty convinced the gravity used to be different.
I mean, she's probably right in a way. Because the iron roots are probably so thick and dense that the actual gravitational force of the Earth the density of the Earth may have increased a little bit, which would have changed the gravity.
I love it. Yeah. So she's particularly drawn to like the shakiness of it.
Yeah. So you probably enjoy science books. You probably have uncovered sort of Roman and Greek star mythologies, and maybe some of the other one.
She's definitely more
China would have had the astronomers
than
in China.
An astronomer.
Okay, as the astrologers. Oh no, you got like, are you a Gemini or are you a Pisces?
Oh, definitely.
All right, I'm sorry. I should have remembered. We've got vibes and we've got smashing, but we're not so instigated in the edumacation. All right, very good. All right. So this may or may not come up again very soon, depending on how far you guys get today. But thank you for answering my questions. Now, brought together by family ties and a willingness to bend traditional morals, the Jackalbone Marauders are raiders of ships and smugglers of illicit cargo. Saw prowls, impalers, and longjaws are all ship bites designed to tear through leaves and branches rather than skim atop them. And even when the wild sea's increased rate of growth and repair, even though the wild sea has the increased growth and repair, traveling through the thrash will leave a trail of vegetation and disaster behind you. The Jackalbone Mulcher prowls ships careening towards you, not dissimilar to your own ship's lamprey-style mouth, but with the addition of large jet-like outboard engines, pushing their ship through the waves with brute force at a high speed, to the sound of drums. You see a massive wake of broken branches behind it. Ardent and Ironbound pirates, marauders, decked out in forest colors, wielding jig series and sabers, are approaching fast. And you have some decisions to make. Engage, run, or hide. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I feel like if they have a fucking rocket engine, running is probably the worst option because they'll just catch us.
I mean, we do have max tilt. We might be able to outmaneuver them if you go into what I would assume.
Where you when you're hiding from your sibling and you run around the table and they can never catch you.
Yeah. So you guys do know something about ship construction. So knowing that they have both a mulcher and these sort of essentially jet engines on the back of it, they're probably losing something to get that speed. Some sort of other ship rating isn't going to be as good as your ship rating. So yeah. You guys could try tilt because your tilt is 4 dice. That is your highest one, yes. Or you do have your speed is still pretty good, but they do look very fast. Yeah, I could roll poorly though.
What's the other options that we have other than speed, tilt, and then we said fight? Fight?
Our stealth is a 1, so probably not that.
You did not make a very quiet ship.
Because of Kill Hook, we do have running quiet. That's one of my abilities. Your guidance allows your vessel to keep a lower profile, disturbing fewer creatures and leaving less of a telltale trail. You increase your ship's stealth rating by 1 when you're aboard.
So between that and Isa's ability to navigate, outrunning might not be the worst idea.
Yeah.
You guys do know you can go, you don't have a protective bubble. It is incredibly dangerous, but the tilt of your ship and your mulcher would allow you to go down instead of across if you wanted as well. It's risky. The kerosene will probably affect you because, again, you don't have that protection. You can, next time you're in 3 masks, when you go back, if you choose to go back or travel somewhere else, you can talk in the dockyard about looking into the bubble if you think this is something you might want in the future. But for now, that is, I'm just saying, absolutely a possibility. You guys would know how to dive with this ship, though you do know that you can't go very deep right now.
I feel like we should use Kill Hook's stealth thing because like how many advantages do we have on top of our stealth alongside with Kill Hook's thing?
You have the ship should be pinned in Discord, but your stealth normally is 1 dice, which is the minimum stealth that you can have. So you would have a 2 dice pool with Kill.
Mike is quiet, if you can believe it.
In fact, double how much quiet you can be. At full 200% quiet. Doesn't that sound great?
I just opened up the PDF and I was like, oh yeah, what's our stealth at again? It's like, oh yeah, 1. And I forgot how loud our ship is.
Yeah, so I'll remind you, you essentially have an undead Leviathan corpse that you are riding around in with a fully functioning beating heart that you don't know how it's powered, but still boom, 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 boom. And you've got that giant lamprey mulcher that just grinds everything in front of you. It is a loud ship. But again, the tilt would let you tilt down, not just across or around. You do have, again, your speed's actually pretty good. You got 3 dice for speed. That is not... I can't tell you what the ship rating is for the Jackalbones, but it's not that much higher than yours.
I mean, I feel like we could risk the speed.
I think we should give it a shot. If we fail, we're gonna end up fighting anyway.
But
so,
tilt, oh yeah. I mean, but tilt seems like the best numerical option. It's just the downside is that not everyone's gonna come out unscathed because of the chemicals.
Yeah, and you do, speaking of chemicals, also have a armaments on your ship. You've got the Viper's Tooth, which deals massive long range, aka, you know, from ship to ship, acid damage. Now, it is at the bow of your ship. You would have to tilt, roll, and turn your ship around, facing them, but that is also an option. Try to deter them with that.
I mean, we can go 100% insano. 180, start spitting at them. I mean that seems pretty cool too. I mean, man, so many good options. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, I merely lay them at your feet. It is up to you to figure it out. But you do have that beat intensely in there, and it is getting closer. Dun 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 dun, as it just like you can feel it vibrating in your bones. This it's getting close enough now that you can see the outer sort of hull is filled with reef iron, like just this red rusted iron on the outside, and through it you can see more Leviathan bones that they, similar to you, have used on the outside of theirs, though theirs isn't nearly as corpse-like as yours, but the sort of the red of iron, and you can just make out a cannon on the front as well. Hey.
All right.
I was kind of holding off because I was like, if we were going to go stealthy, I was going to play one track.
I know,
and if
you gotta
gonna
figure out what
I was
music.
yeah, I was like, okay, someone make a call. Come on,
Someone make
Flippyn. Come on, Pete, make a decision.
Okay, do you guys want to do a vote?
I feel like we should do tilt.
Tilt?
Tilt down.
Tilt.
Tilt's down.
Oh.
Okay,
Oi.
so
Flippyn.
right now, only Derek has one. If you guys, okay, tilt, absolutely, as Killhook said, aye. Please make a kerosene mutation track, which Derek has 1 point in, and it's a 3-point track. For anybody that's interested, this is the Roots in a Storm. There is something near the bottom of that book that gives you a nice, fun table to roll when your players get really into the chemicals. But yes, then what does this look like? Who's grabbing the helm? Nope.
I'm just double checking my skill.
Oh,
It's not your skills, it's
I
the
do
boat.
think I'm good at it, but get out of the way, Pete. Tony, you're taking too long.
Sorry,
We're talking about your
sorry,
decision to be right on top of us.
I was.
Oh my god,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
fine.
I can take the helm. I've got navigation shit.
This will mostly be with the ship's ratings anyway, so you
then
guys don't
may
need to
as
worry
well
about it.
Just have
Killhook,
Jeff do it.
Yeah, so he's going to push
Yeah.
Flippin' Pete out of the way. Like, get out of the way. It's like a wheel already.
My googly eyes are gonna go all every direction because I'm like, oh no, tumble away.
all right. So Jeff, this marauder ship coming to bear the strength of the drums, I need you to roll me your 4 tilt of ship rating to see if you can start going in. I'm going to cut 1 because going down into the thrash is not an easy task.
Okay. Get out of the way. Yes, I got this too. I'll do everything. I want to hit something. I'm going to hit these trees. That's a horrible roll.
Oh
I just
my
did a Derek roll.
god.
2 twos
Oh
and 2
my
ones.
god.
Oh man, it is a
I think I just
bro.
destroyed. Did I just DPKs? Or is
I really hope that means my rolls are good tonight.
Maybe.
Well, this could be a reverse.
Wow.
This could be a reverse. So
This
you
is
guys
the first
watch.
time I seen Wow.
I know, this is the first time in a year of playing D6 games that I've ever seen Jeff's roll being not good in a D6 game.
Honestly, I
Bound to
kind
happen.
of don't
Yeah.
know how to deal with it.
Hey,
All right.
the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs this year, so like it happens to the best of us. Just saying. That's American football.
American football? Yes.
Thank you.
American
I
football.
The classic crossover between WILDSEA and the NFL.
That's you?
All right, so you guys watch as the sort of the tangle and the thrash start to come up as you feel sort of Killhook leaning into the wheel, pushing your guys' ship downward as he kind of digs you down deeper, but you realize right below the thrash or tangle that you were kind of laying through, there's a hole that you didn't anticipate, and suddenly you find yourselves free falling a little bit. That's going to be the twist in this instance. I want everybody to take 1 kerosene exposure as just this amount of golden yellow powder suddenly springs up around you guys as the trees almost close above you, sunlight a distant memory. You guys fall for a good, let's call it 20 feet down before you land on some thicker branch of an ironwood. And I will say, the Marauder ship, looking up, you can kind of see a very distant sort of cut of light coming across, and they just keep going right above you. They are not going to follow you down. So, you have at least dodged the Marauders. Even with a disaster roll, they would not go this deep into the thrash. It's not quiet. You would think it is. I would say, Issa, this is the deepest you've been in a long time, and this probably the walls start to close in on you a little bit, and you're probably the only one with a sort of a sense of where things are. You are a Ketra. They don't even have eyes anymore. They just have senses to sense the world around them. Yeah. Killhook, probably you're near blinded in this darkness unless you have, you guys do have chemical lights, I believe. Hold on. Yes, you have a chemical spotlight. You guys aren't in the total dark. So this spotlight, this lamprey sort of light that you guys have illuminates kind of right in front of you, and you just see the trunk of a tree. But like around you and behind you is pitch black. But you hear just like the living forest around you, and there's hunts of growling, and you hear the thump of something moving around that's quite large. And with your crash, there's a moment of silence before you feel kind of the presence of many eyes and species turning towards you. I will give you guys a moment to how do your guys' characters react in this moment, having fallen down?
Man, that sounds really cute. Whoa, what is that?
Oh, why is the pressure all different?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're probably near the bottom of the tangle, almost at the top of the sink, which is the next layer down at this point in time, just like where there's thick branches and not a lot of leaves to move on. This is going to be hard to get out of.
So, we're in quite the pickle, guys.
So we're stuck.
We're all stuck. Now's not the time. We gotta get back. We gotta get back up. Because he heard his name called in like the shadows before, so he's just like kind of on edge and like listening and like looking and seeing if there's anything like moving around in the shadows. And he's like, we gotta get it back up. We gotta get back up. Now, come on. And he's like barking out various like orders, so to speak. Not that Jeff knows what these are, but he's barking out various orders to try to like resurface the ship. That kind of.
you start the engines, start the heart back up, pull the maw towards this branch kind of thing, because you don't have the traditional sails. I will say,
belay that.
it definitely, you guys feel the pressure here. You are still on helm, Killhook, but as you said, you remember your name being called in the dark, and behind you, maybe the tiny little mushroom filaments that are on the back of your neck are standing rigid and straight. Hairs in the back of your neck if you were a Argent instead of a mushroom person. Okay, so Killhook is getting ready to start trying to order everybody to move towards getting back up on top of the thrash. Flippyn, what are you doing at this moment?
Seeing that Killhook is very panicked in giving out all these orders, he's gonna try and be like, all right, I don't know what's going on, but my instincts are telling me it's not good, so I'm gonna try and do what he asked as fast as I can without
Okay. Sure. This is, let's say you can probably start just trying to you guys have some, not the tooth, you have your winch claw. You could probably grab the winch claw to try to help pull your guys, your ship up a little bit with it. You do also have a cargo crane. I'd be happy to try to think of a way to use that instead if you wanted. But the winch claw makes sense because that's a damaging weapon. It would stick thickly into the trunks of the trees as you try to climb.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll try to use the winch claw then to help make the climb easier. Help make the climb.
Okay. Great. And Apotheosis, do you have an idea of what you would be working on right now?
That's what I was thinking of, is either using the anchor system or the crane to help us get back topside.
Okay, great.
But he's still laying on the deck because, I fell down multiple times, but also when the Krezerin had infected me or whatever, my, my mire was physical weakness, so, yeah.
Yes. I will say, you guys would be taking, that's actually a good point. You guys, for having fallen, would be taking a mire looking at this darkness, but because of the tea that Flip and Pitte had given you guys earlier that helped you get mental fortitude, we'll just mark one of the two uses off for the tea, because that is helping you guys kind of have a sense of bravery right now. Apotheosis, I say if you want to use... if you want, you know what? Lying on the deck is a perfectly acceptable answer right now to the situation you're in. You had a bad day. All right, Issa, do you have an idea what you would be doing in this moment?
I do. I have a thing called Flash of Insight, which is in moments of crisis, you see what happens a fraction of a second before it takes place. So I would like to use that to see what happens when we surface. Is the other ship on our ass as we come up, or does something else happen?
No, that's a great thing to do. Okay. Is it just, do you have to fill in one of your pips, or is there another cost to it? Is it cost a whisper?
Mark Meyer to ignore the results of the roll.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely
so you're just gonna mark.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, I see. So it says, let me just, absolutely.
Do you want me to paste it in Discord for you to see?
I've got your character sheet up. Thank you.
Okay.
Flash of Insight. Mark a mire to ignore the results of a roll. Take a new approach and re-roll. Oh, okay. So this is a reactionary ability. So I'm going to say, absolutely, you can do this. But first, let's have Jeff roll tilt one more time.
Perfect,
you're
because
going to
mine is a reaction to that.
Yes, that's exactly it. So you're ready to help is what I'm thinking Issa is doing. Killhook, you're on the helm still, pulling the wheel up, this time tilting it up like as if it were a spaceship wheel, so it tilts in all sort of manners, because your tilt is the best thing on your ship. You tilt your ship up. You got Flippyn using the winch claw, like you see thunk into the tree above you, and it tries to pull, which is going to give you advantage on this roll. I am still going to cut 1, but you get to roll 5 instead of 4, and then you just cut the top one.
All right.
And
I got 2 6s, so one of them gets cut, but the other one sticks around.
All right. So with a 6, maybe sort of almost a spiritual, natural sense of Issa kind of getting ready to help guide you. You start to travel up this iron route, circling around it, using the winch claw to pull and the jaws of the manta ray to clamp onto the branches that you can reach next. As you kind of do this, you turn around as you see sort of shockingly in the dark, something lighting up and filling that darkness. And out, coming up behind you, you see the huge sort of iron jaw ray head. It's got these long, it's almost like glass or crystal lightning bolt markings coming out of the bottom of its head as if it were a beard, and it's got these long tusks that come out in front of its nose as it lines itself up with a ship. The top part of it almost like a Jurassic shark that's gone through too many battles, and it's got like 8 eyes across the top of its head, most of them now pointed towards you. As the fins seem to move and grab onto nothing in the air, and it floats up and pulls, and the electricity pushes below it as it lights up in the darkness, coming up slowly but surely behind you, following you. I will post a picture of what this looks like in Discord. Join our Discord.
I think I put one of these in like my character stuff, didn't I? Isn't this one of the ones I had referenced in my character stuff?
It very well could be. It just makes sense in the situation. But yes, this is one of the really big ones. It's not a Leviathan big, but this is a huge thing. It's almost a floating shark head that looks like it's been chopped off. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. And it is really cool. So, your first action was to pull yourselves up. I would say from the 25 feet that you fell down because you were floating on the top of the tangle initially, which is about 5 feet for your ship. You pulled yourself 10 feet up, and this iron jaw ray kind of starts to float in after you, lightning coming off of it and lighting up the area. Killhook, you see that Flippyn, Apotheosis, you probably hear that and know that something is happening. And Issa, you see this coming in behind as well. All right, what are your next actions? Since we started with Jeff first the other time, let's reverse order. Maitreyi, do you have an idea what Issa would be doing having seen this?
Yeah, I wanted to use one of my... other things. Sorry, I'm just reading my thing. So, you said that, are there any trees immediately around us? Or any, because I know there's...
The ocean, the sea is all trees. You are essentially climbing a tree to pull yourselves out.
Right. So I think what I'd like to do is to use my Talk to Trees ability and you tasked to study a tree of any size and learn its secret age or condition supplied by the firefly.
All right, and what are you kind of talking? What are you asking this tree?
I want this tree to provide cover for us while we fuck off. Like, I want it to be a barrier.
All right. So I love the idea. The tree, so you can mark off one pip on this track to use it. And you can kind of like whisper to the tree asking about how to hide in this region because it can't move. It is a tree. This doesn't allow it to maneuver or anything.
Okay.
But the tree is going to give you a whisper in return, which you can use as your next action if you would like. And don't forget, you all have whispers. Whispers are essentially sort of the worms in the back of your brain that more or less give you one-time magical abilities to change the world completely. It's always an option to use them. But the tree is going to say to you, Issa, and you can feel it burrowing into the back of your brain with the other whispers you have. Let's do floats like a leaf.
Floats like a leaf. All right.
So you can add that to your whispers. Floats like a leaf.
Okay.
As the tree sort of talks back to you. Okay. Apotheosis. Do you get off the floor?
Yes.
Apotheosis stands up.
So, this, just to make sure I understand correctly, I know there's lightning coming off of this, and I know it's chasing us, but how much bigger than our ship is the Leviathan?
I would say it's double the size of your ship. Your ship is a small ship. And this is a huge creature. So you're maybe a third to half the size of it.
Okay. And I'm assuming it could, like, bite or swallow the ship in one bite type situation?
Probably
like,
two,
that's how
but
big
yeah.
its mouth is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's one idea that won't work then. Well, I didn't want to use any of my resources because I failed at getting any last time, but... I guess
you'll roll well one day, Derek. You can do it. I believe in you.
I don't even care about my rolls. It's just that I'm going to run out of salvage if I keep running into situations where I have to spend my limited items and then I fail rolls to get new items. What I'm thinking is if I can look out the back of the ship and figure out like where this thing's nostrils are, I want to see if this fine red powder, like irritates its system and causes it to go away.
Oh, yeah.
It could be, I don't know, red cocaine, or it could be paprika. We'll find out.
Okay. Absolutely. You can sort of... What do you have on your ship that would do this? You can commandeer. Maybe you've got like a bunch of just cargo crane. Probably your cargo crane. You can grab it, sort of make a red powder like filled in a glass jar or in a cloth bag bomb where you use the cargo crane to like whip it around and throw it at, or even the winch claw I would allow to kind of throw it at the iron jaw ray.
Okay, yeah. I mean, whatever makes a big poofy cloud and causes it to inhale it and potentially cough or sneeze or I don't know.
So I've essentially switched the Jackalbone track to the Iron Jaw track. So you do have a track to fill up. It is a bit of a longer track, but as you kind of get to the surface, this is going to be easier for you. And this, I'm going to say, because it's your resource, and I would allow it to fill 2 tracks. I would give it an impact. What skill would you build with your character to do this role?
Well, I'm good at breaking, so I'm gonna break its sinus system or demolish its sense of well-being.
Sure. Well, no, your red powder bomb is designed to break. I would accept break. You've built something to break.
Okay.
What edge are you using?
I feel like either teeth or instinct work. I've got both, so
yeah.
I feel like it covers.
I'd take either of those.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, and impact. So you're gonna have greater impact. How many dice are you rolling?
Well, so just with my skills and with my edge, it would be 3.
Okay, great. So give me those rolls, and then we'll start filling in the track.
Okay, so then the item doesn't add to the roll. I just want to make sure
I'm giving you an impact, so instead of adding to the roll, I'm going to
Gotcha.
add to the
Okay.
damage. I can switch it if you'd like.
Sure. No, that's
So
fine.
I was considering it. That's why I was thinking, but I'm like, I'm giving him impact. A 5. I didn't cut. You got a 5. So it's a 5, a 2, and a 3. With a 5, absolutely. You use the crane to like whip it around a little bit and whip this sort of breakable glass jar towards the iron jaw ray. And you just watch as it hits the front of its horn and then rolls back into the snout and explodes into this fine powder that you can see starts to coat almost to the many 8 or 9 eyes that it has near the back. And you just watch it start to shake its head, and you see it start to sneeze and like cringe back a little bit from this easy prey that wasn't fighting back has started to do so. And with that, as I will do 2. Now this is a conflict, so I'm going to say you get a you see coming kind of a thunder spine is starting to elevate from its chin to the front of its face, and it looks like it's about ready to shoot lightning at you, let's say. But for now, that you think it's going to try to long distance attack you. That's the conflict. It hasn't done it yet.
We know
but
terms around electricity, right? Like
voltage.
Well, yeah, in this world, I mean, like we understand, like
yeah.
the colloquialisms and the
is a resource you guys all have, and in fact is part of the Ironbound can just like generate electricity.
Okay, yeah. So then Apotheosis will call to everyone else. He's gonna zap us. He's doing something.
Yeah, and as soon as you say that, I need. Sorry, Jeff, you're on the helm right now. I need the ship to make me a armor roll. Unfortunately, you do have 1 armor damage from the pinwolves earlier, so you only get 2 dice.
Right. Got it. 2 dice. 2 4s.
4. And okay, so conflict with a twist. Do you guys have please think of a good idea for the twist on this one. But with the success of it, the conflict, you guys get around sort of the bulk of the tree, and you hear the zoot as the sort of the lightning hits, and you smell sort of the smoke come up. And the conflict is going to be that your ship did get sort of the tail end of some of that electricity, and your heart starts to pulsate in a weird way. You don't know how that's going to affect it in the future, but something is happening to your engine from that shock of electricity. But it didn't damage your ship, and you're not taking a rating damage on anything yet.
So is the twist a negative thing or a positive thing or either?
Either.
The only thing I could think of is that if it charred part of the tree, we could just say that the smoke is noticeable, and since people are terrified of fire, maybe that would draw more people over, which could be good or bad.
That is true. Okay, so the smoke is noticeable, and that does scare people, for better or for worse, either towards or away from it. But you guys get that even that sense or smell of smoke causes all Flippyn and Killhook and Issa to just shudder in place. I don't think Apotheosis breathes.
I can if I choose to, but I haven't needed to.
Very good. All right, Flippyn, what are you doing right now?
All right, so we got this Leviathan coming at us. As much as it was pseudo Leviathan. Is there any any other way of trying to get our ship to climb faster to the surface, or is because I know we used the winch claw or
Okay. If you want, I'm going to say, I know that Apotheosis was working on it earlier, but he didn't manage to get the information yet from his contact. But if you want to maybe go down to the engine room and see if you can get, the heart is pulsating right now, so you don't know what's happening. But you can try to convince it or work on it or do a roll for something that you think you would do to try to get it to beat faster again. And maybe do a speed roll.
Okay, so... I got... concoct, and I got I have tides and concoct, so I'm thinking I could, since we're using an actual Leviathan heart, I was thinking of making concocting some sort of stimulant to make the heart beat faster so it can work harder, you know. You know, like caffeine.
Okay, this would take resources to do. It would cost you your high tea leaves.
I think getting away from a Leviathan would probably be a good trade-off. I'm willing to get rid of my high tower tea leaves for...
Okay, so we're going to do a concoct roll. What edge would you like to use for this?
Okay, so the edge I would like to use would be definitely tides using my lore.
Okay.
And then concoct, of course. And I have three into my concoct.
All right, give me that roll. I'm going to say because of the pulpation from the sort of the twist that Apotheosis had, it is going to have a cut of 1 for this. And that's what's happened. That's what the detriment is.
Okay, so
roll the 4 and then cut the highest.
Roll the 4, cut the highest. There we go.
All right, 5, 5, 2, 1. So unfortunately, you don't get the twist because we're cutting the top 5, but you still have another 5. So you kind of grab this heart and you just try to pour some tea, or do you pour it into the heart?
Yeah, I will. I mean, is there? I would assume there's some sort of open, a valve. I would say, I'll just
there
pour
can
it in.
be. There can be a little door on the side of your heart for no apparent reason other than this, if you wanted.
I might just be get a turkey baster, just
All right, you guys don't know what Flippyn is doing down in the engine room, but suddenly you feel the boom, boom, boom and vibrations under your feet of your own heart. And I need you to do one more roll for me, Flippyn. I need you to do 3 for the ship rating for speed.
Okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
6. Okay. With a twist even. I'm going to say the twist is you guys lurch up suddenly. Killhook, you holding on to this helm. Issa and Apotheosis you guys weren't holding on to anything. You start to slide a little bit as your ship starts to go almost vertical and it starts to drive upwards rapidly. You guys are gaining another 10 feet. You can almost see you're in the leaves right now. Issa, can you roll me a seal check for your ship as you're going through the sort of the Krezerin leaves again? You're going to have to push through the physical top of the tangle. So I just want a seal check to see if you guys are taking another mark.
That's just 2d6?
Yes, that is 2d6, please.
Yeah. Okay. 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay, so the 5... oh, sorry, you guys actually have 1 damage to deal. So with the 4, even if we cut the top one, you're fine. You push through. You manage to find cover enough that you don't think you're going to get Krezerin, and kill Hook. You're halfway through these leaves. You guys are kind of okay as Krezerin. You've pushed beyond. You know that Iron Jaw, you have experience with large creatures. You usually like to hunt them, but you're almost at your favored ground of being above the tangle. But you know it's going to come after you. What are you going to try to do something to push through that last bit, or?
I guess like I was thinking, I want to figure out why it's behaving this way, because Iron Jaw rays are a little bit. They're not like usually like these aggressive monsters. Like they're usually just okay with being just like a chill. So like I want to try to suss out like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What might be like driving it to be so aggressive, and like is there a way that we can avoid its ire? Like is there something that we could do other than just running away from it? Like is there something that we can emit, like a sound, or is there like a light thing, or is there something that might calm them down?
I would absolutely give this to you. What kind of role would you build for this?
So I was thinking maybe like, since they do lightning, and we do have something on the ship, we have our chemical spotlight. I was wondering if like maybe there is some kind of way that I could use, I guess like my instinct maybe would be what I would be leaning at. And I would say hunt, because it's observe, because hunt is observe in this case. And I'm thinking, is there a way to maybe like signal with the light that like we're non-threatening, like some kind of way, like some kind of emit some kind of pulse that like maybe hunters know that that can kind of keep these things from taking over ships.
I love it. There is. So yes, I will absolutely accept that dice pool. I'm not even going to give you a cut for this. I think it makes sense that your character would understand or be able to retrieve this information. No cut. Please roll me your dice.
Gets 3 for my stats and stuff. Okay, here we go. 4. I'm not rolling well tonight, but still 4.
No, 4 with a twist, because you do still have double 3s, which count.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to say this is success with a conflict. You kind of pull the light, and you remember your mentor who was originally teaching you about everything under the thrash. And he had shown you this sort of pattern, called it like a way of hypnotizing iron jaws. And you start to try to do that. And as you do, you illuminate below you in areas that you hadn't been able to see before because of the darkness around you, where you had that spotlight that was just pointed directly in front of you. You realize that you had landed, when you fell that 20 feet, into its nest. And you see small iron jaws, kind of like their little noses pointed out here and there. And they are looking, you can see them watching the light that you produce. And you can see that they are starting to calm, but this parental figure of an iron jaw whose children you disrupted and potentially could have harmed, that is why it had been defending its nest. It was trying to chase you away, and it's pissed right now. With a twist, you do think you can outrun it. If you get far enough away from the nest, you think it's not going to chase you that far.
So he'll call out to like everybody, just leave it be. Mama Jaw's angry. We disrupted the base. Just speed. We need more speed. He's just kind of calling that out.
Excellent. All right. Very good. Does anybody have a good twist for this one? No? Then I will make the twist that you guys watch as sort of the babies following that light. Some of them start to call back out for their mother. But the noise you think might attract something else. But nothing is appearing yet. It's just like there's more noise than there should be in this area. That's the twist. Okay, so we've now had another round. Does anybody want to take the spotlight? We don't have to just keep going. If anybody has an idea, Killhook has just called out, you need more speed. Flippyn had gotten you some speed. If you guys want to try to maybe... Again, you're riding a Leviathan corpse. You guys, Killhook's the only one that speaks it. Killhook, if you wanted to take another round, as this is, everybody's getting in the next round again, to try, you can speak to Leviathans. You have the language for it, right?
Yeah. Is it Leviathans or Leviathaneers? I thought it was like Leviathan hunters.
Yes.
I would love to speak this thing. Don't get me wrong. I can't remember.
I'm just pulling up the languages. I want to say that it was both.
Rockaspit is rapid patter of hunters / Leviathaneers. At least that's what I said in Alchemy. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to call out to it, nonetheless, whether that's effectual or not. Because he actually likes these things. These are the good Leviathans in his mind. And then there's the bad Leviathans. These are the good ones.
These are the good ones. I would say...
It's like attacking a blue whale. Like, that's how he sees it. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? You psychopath. What are you putting cocaine up this whale's blowhole for, Apotheosis? Come on, man.
I would say...
under the leaves.
Okay.
He just wanted to make sure he had a good time.
Did you want to use your whisper, Apotheosis?
It's a mama. The kids are feeding on her. You just gave the kids a hint of cocaine. Once they nurse, they're gonna be... Come on now. She's a single mother. Now she's got three baby jaws bouncing around all over the place now.
I couldn't see them past
It's
the
in
big
her
one that's
bloodstream.
trying to eat the entire ship.
She
I'm
has
sorry.
kids?
She's just protecting her little ones. I mean, they're not
This is a
actually
crazy
that
night
little scale-wise. They're quite large, but, like, you know, proportionate to the mama.
I was focused on the giant mouth trying to eat us.
So,
Okay,
I mean, like, do we have any kind of megaphone, like, on the...
I'd give it to you. Like, you guys can easily grab a bunch of, like, metal that's probably just on your deck and wrap it into the form of a cone.
So you guys just hear, like, as like the lights didn't quite work. This thing's still angry. We're still moving, and like we're kind of wild. He's like turning around, so we're like, you know, swinging left and right. And he just kind of starts calling out, and it's like some kind of it sounds half like a piratey song, but half like a lullaby. But it's not in like low sour. So in case if you don't know Rockaspit, like it honestly just sounds like a series of like strange like staccato rhythms, and then like like it's like one of those, what are those like South African things called? What are those
the ones that they had at that soccer game.
Yeah, didgeridoo. It's like a didgeridoo,
Oh,
right?
the
So it's
didgeridoo.
like a staccato thing, and just a little bit of that starts coming out as he's trying to like call out in a way. I don't know. Maybe it's just some kind of kind of hunters like way of just keeping their catches or keeping anything that might come nearby, keep it calm, you know, just doing whatever he can, pulling out every trick of the book, trying to keep this thing from eating us.
Okay, I love it. You're probably hunting would make sense again because this is Rockaspit. I know the languages are supposed to be the skill that you use, but I'm going to continue to use it as an advantage to use the languages to add to the dice pool. So you have one pip in Rockaspit?
Yeah, one bit.
Yeah. So you're going to get one advantage on this, and then what edge would you use?
Probably instinct, I think. Like, this is all happening kind of quickly, and I think it's all about intuition, reaction, trying to sensing that now and having that confirmation that something was wrong. We did something to anger this thing. This is not this creature's fault. So that's, I think, where he's going for. So that's, I think, 4 total then.
4 total. And I'm going to say, considering this and the information you used your last roll to, this will have an impact. So please give me that roll.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that's 2 6. Oh, there we go. We're back. 2 6s, a 5, and a 4.
There you
All
go.
right. I'm going to say that's a triumph and a twist. You make this sort of lullaby call, something passed down from generations of your Leviathaneer group. And even though these guys are huge, sort of almost pseudo Leviathans, it still works here. And you watch as she kind of like pulls back a bit. You can see the babies nestling up, little reds on their noses as they twitch a little bit more than they did before. And you guys make it out. I am going to say they're not going to follow you anymore. You come through the end of the tangle, your ship righting itself thunk back onto the sea as your lamprey mulcher starts to vibrate and function again in just in the normal tangle that you're used to sailing, and you kind of see on the far end, and you can hear still those drums, but the marauder ship sailing at a distance. They seem to be going in the opposite direction of you, and you're in the clear and calm again of the sea, the normal sounds. This will be for whomever feels like they would like it. You kind of, as you get ready to leave, almost as a parting gift for kind of doing this and moving off without kind of going after them, there is a whisper on the waves for whomever would like it. Yeah? Okay, Issa? Okay, so Issa, you can add another whisper, so you're going to have 4 in your docket. This one is Storm on a Leash.
Okay. Sorry, I was muted.
That's okay. But yes, you unfortunately fell into the Ironjaw Ray's nest. And that's why it was angry.
Okey-doke.
But yeah, you sort of breach, and that beautiful night sky, you can see the sort of this pale purple on the horizon, and you know the sun's gonna rise soon. And the sort of the caw of birds just starting to wake up. You got some giant iron root trees, kind of tall shanks jutting through the normal thrush around you.
I'm so sorry, Kebzer. What's the whisper again? Storm on a what?
Storm on a leash. Oops.
On a leash. Thank you.
No problem. Let's just pop that over here. And yeah, don't you guys can use your whispers. We'll be giving you more whispers.
I really want to make the sound of what Storm on a Leash sounds like, but I don't think I could actually make the same sound.
Right? Something like that?
That's where I went.
It sounds a lot like Rocket Spit. Oh, look at that.
I mean, yeah, that could be what Rocket Spit sounds like. So.
Yes. So I think Killhook is like going to be looking as it kind of turns around. He's got this like big grin on his face, despite the fact that we nearly got destroyed. And he's just gonna,
oh, it's an auspicious day. It's a good day. Any day when one of those things come out and bless us with their presence.
And he is like, he's just got this like big grin on his face. He I don't know. He seems strangely positive. And he doesn't have any blood on him either, which is kind of odd because he's wiped that all off. And normally that's the only time he's cackling and happy is when he's covered in various guts.
Where did you learn the word auspicious?
The same place I learned the other ones, you know? You just call it osmosis. It's the thing. We absorb things because I'm a fungi. Yeah.
It's an osmosis day. This is what he's saying.
What'd you say? What'd you do with the engines there? I was trying to control it, moving left and right and left and whatever, but I felt a little like come through. What'd you do down there? You break something?
He has the turkey baster, and he seems to hide it behind his back and be like, I just gave it some good old tea.
What kind of tea?
It's called a speedball.
Speedball. A speedball. Okay. Alright. I never heard of it. There mushrooms in it.
It's more like a little crystal, but
It's okay. I don't mind crystals. Yeah, you can put speedball in my tea anytime, no problem.
sounds great. It's sugar, by the way. It's sugar.
Sure, yeah, that's definitely what you were
We are a
referencing.
family-friendly stream.
Very family friendly. All right. In this calm, you guys know that you're looking around you at the sort of paper and books that are densely packing this part of the Verdant Sea. You know you must be close to the source, and you believe wherever these are coming from is also where you will find the scissors. Karsha, whom we've all forgotten about for the last hour and 13 minutes,
I was actually just gonna ask about him.
kind of like shakily comes out of a barrel on the deck that he was clearly hiding in. And he just kind of he's speaking so fast, it just sounds like noise. And there's nothing distinguishable about it. As his little circular body with his tiny arms pulls his tiny little squished head.
Just soothe him.
It's almost like hugging a balloon because and you can feel your arms kind of sink in around.
I'm fully gelatinous around him. I'm extending my jelly form and just enveloping him in a hug.
And you find there's a softness and a squishiness to both of you. And although you have more of a jelly form, you can feel a motion and a lack of dense form that you're kind of hugging around. And you can feel his tiny little arms come out and hug you. And you do feel the chitter of all of the little spiders that make up his balloon,
she's trying to
sort of
calm him
cuddling
down.
a little bit. Oh, okay. Oh, we gotta be brave. It's so scary out here. We gotta be brave.
Okay. I'm just gonna hug you till your heart beats low, okay? It's okay.
We definitely have one heartbeat. We're a normal ardent. Very clearly not an ardent.
She will keep that to herself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's not been very. Everybody knows he's a cello cray. He's not subtle about it, but you let him have his own lie. You let him believe it.
Exactly. It's a harmless delusion as far as she's concerned.
All right. So you guys have nearly completed the track for finding the scissor. Who would like to do another navigation roll as sort of Issa and Karsha come back together? And Karsha is going to start kind of being able to help and point and give advantage to any of these rolls. No?
I used up my star chart, so I
True, but you can do a straight navigation roll even without them, because Karsha knows the routes pretty well around this area.
Yeah, I wonder if I might also use a whisper.
Yes.
Specifically all tunnels end.
Ooh.
To see what the end point of this journey ought to be.
Absolutely. So you're going to say all tunnels end. Now, can you tell me, are you going to whisper it or are you going to shout it? They have different effects, and everybody that lives in this world knows this. If you whisper a whisper, that's how they are most stable. But if you're yelling a whisper, it is an explosion of whatever this is.
Oh,
And
she's definitely
about it.
she's definitely whispering it.
Okay.
Because
Careless
our
whisper,
whole
huh?
thing is our whole thing is having as much of a personal connection to all of it. So the more intimate it can feel, the more that's their direction.
Okay, great. So you whisper all tunnels end into the sea, and you guys watch as pretty much the entire sea just starts to oscillate and vibrate on itself. And it's almost like if you've ever read A Wrinkle in Time, where their example is it's like a piece of paper that gets folded, it's almost like the sea is folding in on itself as your ship is moved from one side to another. And suddenly you find yourselves in a whole different area of the sea. Karshaw kind of looks shocked around him as you use up your whisper, Issa. But you find yourselves at the end of your tunnel, at the end of your journey to find the one-armed scissor, and you find yourselves next to this ship. It has this long jaw with the two sort of circular saws in the front and a long sort of seared nose with the teeth from a chainsaw around it. It's got this flat bed, clearly for a lot of cargo, with like a crane on the front, and you see a bunch of sort of doors built into the deck as if to open up and allow things to come through. You see sort of a half exposed engine, part of it underneath this deck, but part of it above, clearly a chemical burner, chemical compressor, one of the most common sort of engines, and a sort of a bright green paint job over what appears to be broadwood and more Leviathan bones, which for whatever reason is the most popular building material for ships in this area. And you kind of get a gasp as Karshaw grabs onto your hand, Issa, and goes, "Oh, that's it. That's the scissor. That's the one-armed scissor." And you've got this beautiful long ship, and you kind of aghast look out across it. And then you kind of notice it's quiet. There's no movement. There's a little sort of flag at the very top sort of the ship section at the back of it, where it kind of elevates and clearly has room for a living space within it. And at the very top, there's this little door at the, and nobody is calling, nobody is speaking, there's no sound of walking or moving or running or working, and you kind of, your ship is very small, and this one is large, but you can just kind of see over the top of parts of it, and you can see it appears to be anchored at the edge of a deep hole, and you believe this must have been what had caused the root quake some weeks ago. Those only happen when tall shanks fall and leave gaps in the sea. And it's almost like just this sinkhole straight down into the darkness. And you've got this quiet ship in front of you. just the sound of that flag whipping in the wind.
That don't look right.
You think there's anyone on there?
Only one way to find out. Well, there's
there
probably
has to be.
multiple ways, but, you know, the main way, the most direct way is we board it and look.
Sounds like fun.
Don't want to leave the vault completely unattended. One of us should stay. Should I stay?
Volunteering.
Yeah. I'll stay.
That's fine.
He's like getting his butcher kit ready. He's got his cleaver and spore sling.
I'm expecting
Now-
trouble.
The scissor is, where your ship is small, the scissor is large. This is a cargo library ship. So volume and size were important when building it quite clearly. And you can see it's going to take a while if you guys don't all come, probably. But you can if you want to leave somebody here, it does feel good to do that. Carshaw himself is going to go, my sister, I'm going. She has to be on there. She's still alive.
Sure, maybe. We'll find out. Just stay close. Don't go running ahead. Do what we tell you.
Aye.
One eye'll do.
Aye.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Two sounds better.
Okay. I have just posted a picture of the ship. I redesigned one of the existing ones, so there's just pink colors on it. But yes, what is Killhook? You're definitely going. Carshaw is like grabbing the back of your shirt, ready to follow you through. Who else is going or staying?
He says staying.
Flippin' Pete's gone.
Apotheosis is going.
Okay. So you guys kind of get your ship alongside. You throw some ropes over and get sort of a hook around their railing and then tie it to your railing so you have a way of crossing without falling over. As their ship is taller than yours, you're just going to have to climb up the rope a little bit to get up there. And Issa, you kind of watch and wait on the helm, on your own sort of pale ship. The lamprey spotlight burning above you, even as the sun just starts to rise, illuminating every shadow on this ship next to you. And all of your friends start to climb up this rope. Carshaw seems to elongate and extend as he pulls himself up. His form not completely holding together in suspension. And you find yourselves up on this, just sort of the deck of this long, broad cargo ship with these sort of chainsaw, long jaw propellers, teeth on the front.
I think the first thing Killhook would be looking for are signs of any kind of recent trouble, disturbance, anything like that. Any signs of like fighting? Because we fought on the deck,
yes,
and obviously stuff happens. But is anything recent? Do we see anything like, splintered wood, or do we see any kind of like stains in some of the like the metal panels or anything like that? Just kind of looking for any signs that there could have been a fight on here.
Yes. Okay. So, I just got a little bit of reading. This is sort of this long, flat-decked ship with the long jaw running the length of the hull and sides bristling with grapples and cranes and alchemical industrial equipment of various states of disrepair upon the top of it. You see decks. Around you are stacks of books, some midway through being rebound or repaired on the deck, while others in tilting stacks and scrolls and charts and books, framed or nailed to the walls. You see inky handprints and smudges along every surface around you, shelves of old tombs in pressed, sealed side areas, kind of on top of these obvious doors to lower things into their cargo bay. And you do see along this deck, a lot of things were kind of like left, clearly half done. And you do see some rips of pages, and even just like looking at those ink stains on the wall where it's ink hand over ink hand over ink hand, generations maybe of scholars working and touching the same areas, and clearly with a lot of care and dedication to paper and books. Ripped pages doesn't sit right with you. You see the tumbled books, those half bound together while the other ones got knocked over. It's subtle, but there was definitely something that happened here. These are not fighters. Maybe they were taken by surprise or quick, but whatever happened quickly.
Do I see anything that would help me distinguish whether this might have been like a boarding, like it was like,
I'm going to need a roll.
Jackalbone Marauders, or like animals,
Yes, absolutely.
Like pinwheels or something.
I will need a roll for that.
Yeah, I was thinking instinct and probably sense that is detect, intuit, react.
That makes sense to me. I'm going to say a cut of 1 for this because this happened a while ago. So you're looking at something that's been weathered.
Okay, and yeah, I don't really think there's anything else that I can do. So it's basically just going to be a 1 die. I think.
Is there any assisting in this game at all?
I would give him an advantage if you wanted to assist him in some way. Yeah, what kind of action would Apotheosis do to help him?
As somebody that breaks stuff, I imagine like I could at least just point out anything with books being torn, things being scattered astray, or any like small impacts on the deck from any kind of scuffle would just assist.
That makes absolute sense to me. So Killhook, you're going to get an advantage. So you're going to roll, you said you had 2 dice, so you're going to roll 3 dice and still cut the 1, but you're going to have 3 dice for that.
All right, here we go. That's a
Too
2
bad.
4s since we're cutting the 6.
Yeah,
but
we're
2
cutting the
4s,
6. So you've got Apotheosis, his tall, large form just kind of like over your shoulder, probably pointing out all of these things. And you kind of look around as well, and you know that the pinwolves, looking back at your own ship, had left these punctured holes with their stiletto legs as they walked up, essentially vertically into your ship. There's no puncture holes. You climbed up, it was sheer metal and wood. Up here, looking around, you realize you're seeing sort of a torn bit of a grappling hook. Not necessarily something that means that they were boarded, but it's probably another ship. And looking over at sort of the piles of books and the ripped papers, you guys don't see any blood, which means probably not wild animals, not something hungry that just wanted food. Yeah, you think this was somebody boarding quickly, probably silently or maybe by surprise from the back, and they clearly took whomever was up here. You're pretty confident. The Jackalbones have been really active. It would make sense. And they had been sailing, looking sort of behind you at the sea that you had got to skip because it folded in. And kind of the dimming stars as the sun rises, that was the direction you had come in. So they had been traveling in this direction last you saw those red sails on the horizon. But you don't see their ship right now.
Right. And there's like a bunch of torn pages. Like that wouldn't make sense, right? Like that doesn't like why they would do that. Like, cause like these are resources, right? Like these are things that they could.
I will say, as you kind of like look down, something I forgot, you would see like a boot print in the torn page. Like clearly somebody had with boots had stepped on it and just like ripped it by virtue of using it to like push through at whomever was working there.
Okay. So it's less about like they sort of intentionally desecrated.
Or accidental. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, looks like we got ourselves some pirates, some looters. We look below deck, see if there's anyone who found a cubby hole to hide in. Maybe your sister's down there.
Yeah. She's really smart. She fits in small spaces like me.
Okay, well that's good news. Maybe she was, maybe she's all right. Let's go looking around and, keep your eyes peeled. Looks at Pete. Keep your eyes peeled. And, be alert.
Pete shakes his head so his eyes jiggle.
He'll like call over to Issa, like,
we're going under.
Okay, so you guys have two options. You can see on the deck there are the sort of the cargo doors that can open. There's also the clearly like a crew entrance that is from the deck up a set of stairs and then spiraling around to the top. There's this like a little door at the very top of it that you have kind of a notice. I would say if somebody wants to roll, I could potentially, there is another door.
I'll roll for the door.
yeah, Mr. Googly Eyes. Come on.
Mr. Googly Eyes.
Those things ain't just for show, are they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Flippyn, what would you use to build a pool here?
So I have, for my edges, I have veils. So I was thinking I could use, like...
Yeah, the hidden stuff. That makes sense.
Some of the hidden stuff, and then, like, being out on the road for so long, you need to pick up some skills to make sure that you stay relevant and useful. So I want to say, like, lock picking is definitely one of them. And then
yeah.
or not lock picking, but trying to get this door open.
Let's see here. You've got harvest, vault, wave walk. Heck, I would say this might just be a 1-die roll for you.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Yep.
Let's go.
Good luck.
No, disaster.
All right, with a 1 on your D6, I don't think there's even doors on the deck that you can see. As far as you're aware, this is a solid piece of wood and metal. You're not sure how anybody got in anywhere. Really confusing why they keep talking about these doors.
What even are doors?
Even are doors.
Like it clearly says in English. It's like it's to pull to open.
Low sour.
And I'm pushing against the door. It's like it's not opening, guys. I don't know what's going on. It's not giving away.
Apotheosis, kill hook. You guys watch as Flippyn does this for a while. Like you give him 5 minutes thinking he'll realize. He's still at it. 10 minutes. He's still going for some reason. He's still wait. Starts running at the door.
Guys. Maybe if I run at the door, I'll get it open. Runs back 30
with
feet.
your head. Use your head. It's the hardest part of your body.
It is. That's what I've heard in the books or in the streets. One of the two. And he's gonna run 30 feet back, and he's gonna charge head first, and he's gonna just knock himself out.
You guys watch as Flippin runs headlong into this door. You see him kind of like standing there dazed a little bit afterwards, and you think, oh, he's fine. And then he just falls backwards on his back and like lays there for a minute before he blinks and comes to again.
Do you need some tea?
Yeah. I think I need some tea.
Let's find some. Can I just walk up and open the door?
Yes. So you just go up the stairs next to him to this like little obvious person-sized door. Yeah, person-sized door. You pop it open, and you got this.
You loosened it.
You pull it in instead of pushing it. It comes open right away. He definitely loosened it. That's definitely why. And it's this cute, like, little entryway that's got these sort of pictures all around of their sort of maybe their favorite covers of their favorite stories. And you see this hole with a ladder that goes down.
Is it dark?
The lights do appear to be off. You look behind you and there are firefly lanterns outside, so you would expect them to be inside the ship. But at this moment, they do appear off. However, in the room below this, actually, there are several windows, so you would be starting to get natural light from the sun coming up.
I have a specimen of glowing plasm, so I could just use that as a light source as I go down.
Yeah, absolutely. You just pull this out, the glowing plasm. Maybe you, this hat is a little big on me. Maybe you put it on your shoulder just so you don't have to carry it. And it lights the area around you. You peek down the hole into the next room, and you see a lens room, which is a room with this giant telescope, and you realize there's a bunch of little windows at the top, around the top of this room, and then there's like a panel right below them that clearly open like shutters, and the telescope is pointed so that it can go along and view up into the night sky. And then there's another array of tiny windows down below, and they produce a good amount of light. And then below that, you see, sorry, I lost my page in my many tabs.
Boy, Issa sure is gonna like this room if she came over.
Yeah. Yes, you see sort of old charts scribbling all over them, and this roll of sort of chart books around. Clearly, they themselves were creating these sort of as a means of navigating around. Again, it probably looks a little bit trashed, but in fact, you probably even see there looked like there were more charts on the walls and then somebody like had grabbed them and pulled them off, leaving only like the corners of where they had been and taken them. And then you see another sort of the continuation of that ladder further down. You'd have to go down to the bottom of this floor to see further down. You're too far away at this time.
I mean, he'll just call up and just say, so far it's just nothing but a telescope and a bunch of charts, just no people of any kind.
Alright, is there a way out? Way further down?
There's more down, I'm gonna go.
Alright, hang on, I'm coming.
He's gonna catch up to the light.
All right, Flippin, you're right at the door as well. Are you gonna call out Issa or just go down?
Hey, Yissa, you want to come with us? I mean, you can still stay on
you were already down there.
Oh, no, he knocked himself. He's at the top of the everything still. Yeah.
I'm a little bit dazed, so I think I should stay on the boat. If you want to switch, I guess.
We can switch if you want. I just don't want to leave the ship alone.
Yeah, I'll look after the ship. It's not a big, not a big problem.
Kill
So
Hook,
we'll
Karshaw
trade.
tries to go down in front of you, and his little balloon body gets stuck in the hole where the ladder to climb down is.
All right, hang on, calm down.
I'm stuck! I'm stuck!
Can't you like shift your body and everything?
And he like looks back and forth. Don't tell anybody. And then you watch as the sphere becomes more cylindrical, and he just like quickly goes down.
Yeah, there you go. Be who you are. We don't care. Look, it's fine.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
you've met Pete.
Yeah,
We take all kinds.
that's true. You're really open-minded.
Yeah, desperate is probably more like it, but yeah, all right.
All right. So, Flippyn and Issa, are you guys switching? You guys, okay. So yeah, you wanted to rotate. So Issa,
We're
you
switching.
climb up this rope onto the deck, and you see this array of papers and books and charts.
Can I just grab some random, nice, like, interesting looking shirt?
Roll me 1d6. Roll me a 1d6.
4.
4. That would be, yeah. So you kind of go over and you start looking at these bound books, and you realize there's some that are actually missing clearly from this pile. But you can grab one of this stacks of books if you would like. You don't know what they are yet. And you
Yeah,
see some
no,
like
that's
chemical
fine.
vats. And you see the crane also probably has some resources they were clearly pulling up from whatever is in that hole on the other side of the ship.
Okey-doke.
Nobody's looked down yet, but yeah, it is a lot of books to be carrying around before you go exploring on a ship. It's like a big stack of bound books.
Can I look for a chart and just take one piece of parchment? And because I don't know if we're gonna come back here.
I'm pretty sure if Flippyn came from the top section and heard Apotheosis like call up about it, you know that there's charts if you go into the ship in the first room that he entered from the top.
Yeah, I just want one that I can like stick in my
Sure, yeah.
pocket.
So you go up and down to where Apotheosis is. Karshaw's made it down the ladder. Killhook has made it down the ladder at this point in time as well. And yeah, you see this beautiful telescope, and you realize there's mechanics on the wall to sort of open the shutters all along the side, and you can see that they've been star charting. I'm going to say you can find a crumpled star chart in here, and we'll add that to your resources. If you guys do want, if there's a paper resource of some kind that you think your character would be looking for, I can tell you what you might be able to find. But yeah, you find a crumpled star chart. Okay. Not a chart skin.
That's just the nickname of it, crumpled chart skin.
Star chart.
Can I
that just sounds funny.
can I go to the telescope?
Yeah.
And just take a look?
It's undamaged. Currently, I will say the panels are closed. So you can take a look. You're just looking into the wall right now.
Any way to open the panels, you say?
Yeah. Do you have anything that you would use to know mechanically where, like, do you have a skill?
Check.
And anybody can help. Like, if you watch Issa trying to do this and you have a pool that you think would work, I'm happy to hear it.
She may not want my help because I'll just open it with a hammer.
It would work.
Whatever works, man. Give me just a second to see.
Sure, yeah. So while she does that, you guys can kind of watch as Issa starts to work her way through the mechanics of it, and you think she'll probably figure it out. But as she does, do you guys want to peek down the rest of the hole? into the next layer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys continue to look further down, you realize this ladder, this section is a lot shorter, and clearly it opens up into a hallway with a number of doors around it. And then on the far side of the hallway, you can see another spiral staircase this time instead of a ladder. Like this one clearly, and you can see from, this is an old ship, and from long years of use, whomever was in the ship at any one point in time, the ladders, they clearly just grabbed the sides, stuck their legs on the sides, and just slid down at most of the time. There's wear and tear from many hands just sliding down the ladder quickly for fun. And on the doors in this next section before the spiral staircase, you can see kind of like there's a little nav on the top of the door, and then another one has captain, and then you kind of see another one that says crew, and then there is one that's got engine room, and then right next to it is galley, and you see, yeah, that's all the rooms in this area. So you got nav, cap, crew, engine, and galley on the doors around you.
Maybe
Issa,
we take
did
a
you-
peek with the captains, see if they've got any info in their logs, that sort of thing.
Okay, you're heading to the captains. Apotheosis, does any of the areas sound interesting to you?
I don't trust my rolls, so I'm going to stick with Killhook.
Okay. To be fair, Jeff's rolls haven't been great either, and
Better than
Alex
mine
has been
usually.
50-50 so far today.
I feel like I'm back on though.
Yeah.
My last couple have
Okay.
been pretty great.
That's true,
So
that's
I had
true.
the one bad one. Things
Yeah.
been pretty smooth since.
Issa, did you come up with a pool? Like, you can pretty much
I
justify
did.
anything.
Sense, which is detect, intuit, react, and tides.
Okay. Sense and tides.
Tides is the exploration learning lore.
Okay. So instinct, tides and I just got up. Tides. You get 1 dice for tides, and the other one was instinct. Yeah,
Sense
give me the
or study.
sense. Sorry, sense or study. Yeah, both of them are good. Happy to take either of them, whichever one has the most pips in it for you.
We'll just have one. So
Okay.
1 second.
No cut on this.
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Okay, 6. Perfect success. You kind of look at these array of levers and buttons, and you start to pull them, and after a few attempts, you realize which ones need to be up and which ones need to be down as the telescope realigns itself to look out the windows, and the shutters pull open, and you now know how to like move it on its axis as well, and you're able to like scuttle over and take a peek, and you see sort of deep into this blue sky. It's now daytime, so you don't get the stars anymore, and it'll be a little bit dangerous to look through the telescope soon with the sun rising. But you look through into the beautiful blue expanse, and you get like just that sense of the void in front of you and the possibilities there. And you see something you've never seen before. With this telescope, you realize, at first you think you're not even sure what you see. It's like a triangle that's floating in the sky, point down towards you. And you blink and you shake your head a few times, and then you refocus your eyes through the telescope, and you realize it's a floating island. High, high into the blue. And you didn't even know they existed.
I I'm not leaving.
Oh, so you guys have lost Issa forever now.
Yeah.
And Killhook, you grab this sort of door for the captain's quarters, this giant sort of turning wheel as you pull it open, like as if it were a submarine. And opening this up, you see a lavish room with a beautiful bed, clearly like a really good mattress on this bed. And it even has like a little sink. You see a cupboard full of charts and ship controls kind of just spilling out of it. You see a framed picture of what appears to be sort of actually several framed pictures, but the one that looks most recent is a sort of a stern older woman, ardent in nature, her graying hair pulled back. And then the one next to it is an Ironbound, and this one, for some reason, although there's no face, maybe especially to Apotheosis, also looks stern, and there's like these glasses that it's clearly wearing, these old circular glasses, and it's like tilted its head in a way as if it looks down and disapproving of you. And there's another, probably another Ardent, and then a Cello Cray. And this is, you realize, like a picture for each captain that's existed, and they're give you the sense of head librarian to each of them. Let me see here. Any other points of interest? They do also have a table. There is the remains of some meal on there, clearly half eaten, maybe a half eaten loaf of bread, and sort of a pulled apart bit of some spineapples, turned and cooked in a way that gives the like jackfruit, like where they give the impression of a cooked meal that's like meat, but half eaten, and it's been here for a while. Like it looks like it's maybe started to mold around the edges a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so he's looking for any signs of like a captain's log, maybe some kind of record, like whatever, some sort of logbook that, or whether it's obvious or even if it's hidden, something like that.
Oh,
that
excellent.
might give us an idea of what they've been doing.
Yeah. What kind of pool do you have in mind?
Yeah. So I think I'll probably do instinct again for edges. Makes the most sense for him. Like where might such a thing be?
And Apotheosis can definitely help you with this role as well, by the way, because he's with you. If he has an ability he thinks can throw in. Observe would
I would
good.
say hunt, probably. Yeah, I would say that's
You're
what
hunting
hunt, observe.
For a log.
And he'd turn to Apotheosis and he'd say what he's looking for.
See if we can find some sort of record of what they've been up to. Yeah, maybe.
I think the only thing I would have to help with that is scavenge or sense.
Scavenge makes sense. Okay, so yeah, you would get one advantage for Apotheosis. Give me the roll, please.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
bad.
No.
I don't play anymore. It's not how this is supposed to work. I'm supposed to pass everything.
It's hard when things don't roll well, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah,
it's it's almost like when you killed my poor blacksmith.
Together.
Yeah.
I killed your blacksmith?
No, I said when we fought the glass golem in.
Yeah, you lived.
I did live. I got really injured, but I couldn't roll to save my life that game. Okay, sorry. So with 2 3s and a 2, that is a disaster. Apotheosis, you are and enjoy breaking things, and you're usually very good at it. Killhook told you, I'm looking for papers. Maybe you're like, the best way to do this is to break things. And Killhook, you're like, Sure.
blame for his role. Hold on
I
a
love how
second.
you get in trouble for it. It's you who does
Do
it.
wrong. Mom, it was him.
All right.
You get in trouble for his role.
So good. So great.
It's because you were helping him, clearly, and that tainted and poisoned his role.
Maybe I find something and I turn around to show to him like, hey, take a look at this. But then I hit him with it on accident.
Yeah.
And it like breaks or whatever. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Why are you so hard? Stop being so hard. You're breaking everything, even when you don't mean to.
So in the captain's quarters, you guys probably head to like this desk next to a bunch of controls and levers and maybe a mini wheel as if to take control from this area as well, thinking maybe this is where the captain's log would be. And Killhook grabs something and turns, and it breaks on Apotheosis.
Why are you standing so close to me? What? Come on, it's a whole room. You could stand on the other side.
And I think we have to make it canon at this point. I mostly said it as a joke, and then it's too funny
and he
not to.
stumbled into something, and he's just like saying, "I'm helping," as he's like crashing into stuff as he stumbles up.
And then Apotheosis steps back into the dining table, and it just like can't take his weight, and that the legs give way, and the food shuffles forward, and just like you guys all tumble down. Issa, below you, you just hear a bunch of crashes and just a cacophony of noise echoes throughout the ship. And that is where we are going to end it for this evening. Killhook and Apotheosis playing the Three Stooges in a room. Flippin' Piite holding his head, recovering from headbutting the iron door on his own ship. And Issa getting ready to burn her eyes out as the sun rises in front of her with a giant magnifying glass pointed at a little bit of dirt flying in the sky.
Apotheosis is just minding his own business.
Really
Check
well.
over there. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, my mistake. Oh, I'll fix that. I'll get it. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, Derek. It was just too funny not to.
Going so well.
It was going so well. And then maybe you guys have some good luck next time. And you know what, Derek? If you make your own rolls, you can blame for your own rolls and not Jeff's and your rolls.
Hey man, I mean we can't roll good all the time, but like hey, at least we're making it good. At least
You're
we're making the best out of it.
You found the scissor. You escaped the Marauders. You accidentally fell in a hole and disrupted an iron jaw nest. But you know, you're tumbling your way through life. All right, Jeff, what's going on?
Yeah. What's going on? Is that my sister going to tell us where we can find her on the internet?
I am multi-plays games on YouTube where I make system agnostic or multi-system develop content that centers the human patients.
And then on our Discord, what else is going on is that Boars is being weird. We've been on for like 2 hours. Why is it just tagging us now? Stupid Boars. Anyhow.
I thought that was my Discord only. Okay. Oop.
No. Boars is drunk. We're off for the rest of the week, actually. We won't have another game until next Tuesday. So that's the next time you'll see us. But we do have some premieres coming up in March. We're going to be playing some Coriolis on Thursdays, the new Great Dark. And then we're also going to be coming back to Wondering on Saturdays later in March as well. So excited to get to that. So keep an eye on those types of things, various announcements. And we have the last couple episodes of our Conan run that will probably be coming to YouTube in the next few weeks as well. So lots of good stuff. But that's it for us. Let's do a raid. Let's raid somebody and let's leave. So good night.
Good night.
Happy sailing.
Good night.